Mizzy, I've got a question for you. So I know you've spoken a lot about social media and how that's impacted you, and that you want to sort of get a lot of this attention on social media yourself. Do you think that you doing this on social media will encourage other people to commit crimes that potentially could cause a lot of damage? And by damage, I mean it could cause somebody to, be incredibly injured or something like that. Do you think you've encouraged that kind of behaviour? And he's not answering the question. Do you think?
I don't understand this whole.
Do you want to be like a good
hey, no, hang on a second. You can do that to me. You're not doing it to a guest. You stare at another guest again, and I'm going to personally remove you. I'm not taking the mick. You glared at her in a threatening fashion. You do that, I'll drag you out by the hair, and you can be as hard as you pretend you are.
Yes, this is the second time I'm doing video about this criminal. Mizzy, if you don't know, is a TikTok star that just came to light after insane pranks, going into people's home without permission, stealing dogs. I have seen a lot of things he has done. He has been in jails more than 2 times within a very short period of time. And he made it clear that UK laws are just weak. Reason he goes to jail and come out like that. So he had this interview on these talk shows with Walker. He was confronted by Walker.
What you have proved successfully is that if you go out and you behave really badly, if you go out and you waste the skills that you've got, your intelligence, your ability to dominate social media, if you use that by upsetting people, offending people, stealing, throwing people into the road, threatening people, if you do all that, you will make it to the top. You've proved that successfully. But doesn't it also mean that you've done something really bad that's going to encourage other young people to follow your lead? I tell you what annoys me about you. You're clearly a nice bloke, right? But the reality is that what you are doing here, there's going to be 1,000 young people who go out shoving people into the street, walking into people's houses, stealing people's dogs, because they don't have the intelligence.
But
and they
this
don't
has
have
been
the
done
ability.
before. This has been done before. I am the first person that has done this. It's just a formula.
Let me finish. This ain't the BBC, baby. Right. There's other people who are going to go out and follow your lead. And the reality is, I say to you, you seem like a nice bloke. I'll even buy you a pint after this. But shame on you for encouraging people of lower intelligence than you to behave in this fashion. It's not a movement. It's a grotesque lump of narcissism.
He just sounds, he has gained fame using the wrong way for clicks, but it should not trigger you to this level. When I saw this guy attributing this issue of racism, that they're doing all this because of I'm black, that is where I know who exactly he is. Yes, when you take a look at Mizzy here, he said he is not the first. That is just a formula he is following. Ask yourself this question: why is it that your own is loud? Other people did that and nobody talked about it because they had to ignore. I don't want to even believe because I've not seen the kind of pranks where people go into someone's home without permission and steal dogs. Just imagine you do that and somebody takes a gun and fire on your head. What will you do? Your story end, right?
The movement is real.
What is the movement?
What is the movement? What are you trying to achieve?
We outside in the districts every time. We outside means being outside with your inner self and not letting anyone tell you nothing, because no one can tell you anything. You are your own person at the end of the day.
No, in the UK, this kind of things don't happen. Try that in other countries. You will not even come out alive. Yes. Sometimes when they're doing this, you see a lot of people reacting, taking you to prison. It is for your safety. I understand you wanted the fame. Now you have it. Use it the right way. You have used the wrong way to get that. And the kind of doctrine you are passing on to younger people is disturbing. It is a trend on TikTok. Not everything you see, you have to follow.
Go out, do
Just
what you want. Don't get a proper job. Don't get a proper education. What you can be, you can be like Mizzy. You can wander around, jumping in people's houses, stealing people's dogs, pushing Jewish people into the street, threatening to. Who cares? What's it matter? You can go to prison for a couple of days, even though you have the intelligence to never need to go to prison. You can go to prison for a couple of days, pay the fine, offend your family. Who gives a toss?
The UK laws are weak. The UK laws are weak. The UK laws are weak. Simple as.
We saw someone who was
at
upset
least
by
now
what
we
he'd
know the
done.
prisons are. Right,
No, the truth is, what the way I see about it, these guys of your age doing a hell of a lot worse, and it might not be on
That's
TikTok,
true.
and it might not be for clicks and for likes, but there are. This is you being released now.
How was prison?
I was prison. There's not nothing to glorify about, but obviously because of the position I'm in, a lot of people do know me anyway. So when I went there, people were coming up to me, just supporting me, saying, "Oh, this, that, and the other." Like, I'm a fan of you.
Oh, so no, hang on a second, Reem. I'm not being funny, but for a guy of your intelligence, the accolade of being the most popular lag on D-Wing is hardly. It's hardly like.
It's literally. I'm not. And like I said, I don't glorify it. It's
Can I ask you another question, Mizzy? Mizzy, on a serious note, are you currently in receipt of benefits?
Yes.
So actually, you're working and receiving benefits at the same time. Are you a benefits fraudster?
No.
So what is your justification for saying you're not a benefits fraudster?
You don't work
no,
at
hang on
all?
a second. Hang on a second. TikTok's a business.
No, but I don't work.
Okay, how much do you earn off TikTok?
I don't have a TikTok account. I've been banned.
Okay.
I don't earn money from social media.
Whilst you're working, hang on. Whilst you're working for TikTok, making money, were you claiming benefits at that point?
No, because I was under 18.
Okay.
Shut down. Simple.
Shut down.
It was a question.
The UK laws are weak. Reason Mizzy can do anything he likes. He has been banned on TikTok, I believe on other social media platforms, just because of this. Look at the way he's answering this question. He was doing that for clicks. He now claimed he was not being paid for what he was doing because he was under 18. We know how people create accounts, put any kind of age with somebody's name, they still collect money at a tender age like that. So when you tell me, oh, I was doing that for free, don't even mention that to me because I know. People do all that kind of just to go viral on social media to be making money out of that. And he was doing just that. The guy is actually entertaining. You know, when I watch some of these videos, it is amazing. He got the talent. He can actually handle a show, but he need to compose himself, humble and change the kind of content. He is very good. Like, I can't lie. Give credit where it is due. He's good. Yeah. And people obviously like to watch him. Look at the way he's making this interview to be lively, though extremely rude.